Hi guys, Darth Deuces here with another Marvel Legends action figure review. Finally saw some of the Infinity War wave in stores. They started finally start hitting stores around my area, and I was able to get the figure I was actually looking for, which is Taskmaster. Taskmaster is pretty much the only figure I'm actually looking forward to in the wave. Like all the figures look good, um, but they're not exciting enough to get me really excited, I suppose. So they're not. Some of the figures aren't done as well as I'd like them to be. I really want the Bath, which is the movie Thanos Bath, but I also just don't have the funds to get the whole wave. So I'm picking and choosing here, and Taskmaster definitely what I wanted to get. So let's take a look at the packaging. And you've got the Avengers Infinity War packaging. So you got the black with the purple, and you got the Avengers logo. Taskmaster Avengers logo there. Build a figure Thanos. The figure clearly displayed a pretty sweet image of Taskmaster on the side there. Cool product shot of Taskmaster. In the corner, it just says an expert of mimicry. Taskmaster copies the stunts and skills of his opposition to beat them at their own game. So yeah, if you're buying this figure, you're probably already familiar with the character anyways. And just looking quickly at the rest of the figures in the wave, you've got the Thanos build figure, obviously. You've got Iron Man, who doesn't come with a bath piece. Cap, Iron Spider, Proxima Midnight, Taskmaster, Songbird, and what the hell? Serpent Society is King Cobra, I think. I haven't seen Songbird, haven't seen Iron Spider. Those are the only two I haven't seen from the wave in person yet, but don't really matter. Anyways, I'm going to get this guy cracked open. We'll take a closer look at the figure outside the packaging. Alright, so now I have Taskmaster out of the packaging. And this is a really cool figure. There's a lot of good things to like about this figure. There's some minor gripes, but for the most part, it's a really solid addition to the Marvel Legends line. Really quick, I will just show you quickly the bath piece. He comes with the right leg to the Thanos bath. So here it is. Not much to go on about. It's got some cool gold paint for the armor, or shin guard, or whatever, knee guard, or whatever. You know, boots, whatnot. But yeah, you get that part. So that's cool. Obviously important if you're building the bath. But now let's get on to the figure, take a look at the paint apps and the sculpting. So there's a decent amount new going on with this figure. There's also a decent amount of not new going on with this figure. He mainly reuses the Bucky cap mold, which is fine. I think it's good for this character, and I have no problem with their reuse of the Bucky cap mold. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Bucky cap molds, I think, still pretty good. For the right characters, obviously, and I think it works for Taskmaster here. But one thing that is obviously different is the head sculpt. And the head sculpt is really cool. Definitely one of the best things about this figure. And you've got that really cool sort of bone-looking mask as opposed to the metal-looking mask of the previous Taskmaster from a couple years back, I think. And they both look good in their own rights. This one is definitely really cool. You've got the eyes painted with the pupils and everything, which is really cool. And you get the black around the eyes. You get the black where the nose would be, and the teeth look really cool. And you've got a nice wash over the bone sort of color to really make it look more like worn bone, which is really cool. I like that a lot. Looks pretty cool. He does have this white hood, which looks pretty nice. It's sculpted well. It's got this sort of collar thing as part of it. I don't think it's the same one that's used for the previous Taskmaster, but it could be. Who knows? It does look good, though. You can't remove it. Well, I mean, you could if you wanted to peel off the glue, which is no doubt holding it on, but then you probably have a indent in the head where the hood attaches with the glue, so I wouldn't really recommend it. I mean, you got the cape. The cape's pretty cool. You got the gold sort of chain and clasps there, which is nice, and the sculpt is pretty good. And I like how it goes pretty much all the way down to his feet, and the flowing of the cape is really nicely sculpted. Looks like it's flowing and waving in the wind or the air, which is really cool. And I like how it's painted orange on the inside. There's a few minor paint errors, but it's not too bad. There's nothing on the white, or nothing too major on the white, which is good. My only real problem with this cape is it's quite tough. I mean, it's a bit pliable, but it's not as pliable as other capes that exist in the Marvel Legends line. It's a little unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal either. So, yeah. It does peg into a hole on his back, but it would also stay on without the hole if you wanted to. And if you pop off the head, you can remove the cape if you want. And then the rest of the figure here, you got the torso. Not much to go on about Bucky Cat Mold. We do have some nice orange and white paint apps on the top of the torso there, with this navy blue for the majority of the costume. We got some orange here, which is for the most part pretty well applied. There's a little bit of blue. It's bleeding through, but it's not too bad. You got the white gloves. Not sure if these are new or not. If I was to guess, I'd say they're from a Captain America figure, reused from that, but I could be wrong. They could be new. But yeah, they look good. There is, again, a little bit of paint error, but nothing that can't be fixed if need be. It doesn't look too bad anyways. Got the belt, which is pretty cool. I do believe this is new. And you got some nice pouches that go all around the figure, the belt. And you've got the gold belt buckle with the black Taskmaster logo. The white part there for the groin. Legs here, it's pretty standard looking. Though he does have this holster here, which I think is new. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, the sculpting and the paint is really nice on it. And you got this band here on his other leg, which looks really good. I'm pretty sure this is a new piece. And then you got the boots, which again, they might be new, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were taken from a Captain America figure or something. That's pretty good for the most part. I do have kind of this ugly brown paint error on his white boot right here, which kind of sucks, but it's not a huge issue. And overall, he looks really good. I don't really have too many complaints look-wise. Sculpt and paint, it's the quality I'd expect, and it looks really good, so I like that. In terms of articulation, you're getting what you'd expect. If you collect Marvel Legends, yeah, you know what to get with the Bucky Cat Mold. You get the ball joint in the head with the hinge at the neck, ball and shoulders, swivel at the bicep, double hinge knees, elbows. Actually, does he have a swivel at the glove? No, he does not. And then you had the swivel and the hinge at the wrists, and you got the ab crunch, which moves good, a swivel at the waist, a ball hinge in the hips move good, swivel cut thighs, double hinges in the knees. I don't think, oh no, yeah, he does have a swivel cut at the boot, and he has a hinge at the ankles with a rocker joint, so you've got lots of articulation to work with for this figure, which is really good. It's a figure you're definitely going to want articulation for. In terms of accessories, he comes with a decent amount of accessories, but also he should have came with more accessories. But we'll cover what he comes with, and I'll talk about that more. But you do get his shield here, which is pretty cool. It's the same as like Captain America shields and whatnot we've gotten in the past. Back here, you got the clip to go on his wrist, and you can also flip it like that. Got the peg, so if you remove the cape, you could plug the shield on his back if that is what you'd want to do. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, you can clip that to his arm. Do that real quick. And it clips on there nicely, nice and tight. Not a pain, looks really good. Paint's nice and clean on it, so that's really good as well. It comes with the handgun here, which is in this sculpt for the handgun, and it's in this nice shiny gold. It actually looks pretty cool. And it's actually also sculpted in a nice sturdy material, so while it might be more prone to breaking, it's not all gummy. I know the Bullseye figure that I have has a same gun, but it's a much more bendy plastic, and I hate it. Well, don't hate it, but it just isn't as good as this. This feels like a lot more quality. He does have a trigger finger on his right hand. I don't think he doesn't have one on his left hand, but he does have one on his right, so if you fiddle around with it enough, you can get him. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. You can get him holding the gun. So that's pretty cool that he comes with that. I like that. Looks good. And, of course, you can store that in the holster here. Slide that in. Goes in nice and tight. So no problem. It's not coming out at all. It fits in there really well. So I like that a lot. And then he also comes with... Stand him up there. He also comes with a sword. This is the same sword I believe we got with Baron Zemo, which is a figure I do not have, unfortunately, but I do remember that I'm pretty sure this sword came with him. Don't know if it's been used for any others, but it's cool. It's got nice sort of ornate hilt that's painted in gold. You got or actually sculpted in gold, rather, and the blade is painted silver. I do have some paint chipping on the blade there, which is sort of unfortunate, but that's not a huge deal. It looks pretty good. I kind of maybe would have liked if it was a little longer, I suppose, but looks good. He can hold it in his hand, obviously. And he holds it well, so that is good. He looks pretty cool with that. And while he doesn't have any official storage for it, there is space between the capes, so you could slide it in there if you wanted to store the sword on his person. So that's pretty cool, and that looks really good. I'm not going to spend too much time trying to get him in a fantastic pose right now, but you get the idea. And with all of his gear on him, he looks pretty cool. Now, there is some issues. Taskmaster is known for using a lot more weapons, whether it be guns, more blades, bow and arrow, or some billy clubs like Daredevil. It would have been nice to get more of those accessories. I think out of all the figures in this wave, this figure should have been the one to not get the bath piece, because the Iron Man figure doesn't come with the bath piece, but he also doesn't come with very much other accessories. And when you look in the box, you could have easily fit a bath piece in with the Iron Man figure. I think they should have put the bath piece with the Iron Man figure and then gave more accessories to this Taskmaster, giving him like a bow and arrow, giving him a couple reused the Daredevil billy clubs again for this figure. Would have been alright too. Maybe another gun or something. I think that would have been really cool. It's still a really solid figure though. I think if you're a fan of the character, you like getting comic villains or whatever, it's a definitely fantastic figure that you won't be disappointed with. So I definitely recommend him if you're a Marvel Legends collector. It's a really cool one. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video.